I've worked with UNICEF for about 10 years now, and I've seen, the work that they do time and time again sort of save the lives of women and children around the world. It's interesting that Carnival Row is a story that has a very interesting comment on that social commentary of the migrant refugee crisis. Whilst we're in this fantasy world and there's a noir, epic, sort of thrilling drama, you can also, because there's a fantasy component, you can explore some of these socially relevant issues, namely the migrant refugee crisis and what it's like to live with life with the other. That I think the fear around life with the other is something that you can expose and talk about and unpack and hopefully show different sides of a story, or lean into the kind of ridiculousness of the fear aspect of it, which I think is a lot of what we're experiencing in the world today. It was one of the reasons that I really wanted to get involved in the show. Legolas was a phenomenal character, and Philo is an equally phenomenal character. He's a really interesting man to play. One of the things, having been part of Lord of the Rings and this fantasy genre before, when I read this for the first time, I really felt like it was a world I'd never seen before, and for me that's rare, because obviously I get kind of a lot of those fantasy things, and it was like, wow, I've never seen this. This is very unique. And if I'm going to go into this and it's an 8-hour movie, which is what it felt like for the first season, and I certainly knew that I might have to do 2. If not more, it was important to me that there was a character that I would be engaged with and excited by, year after year, if that was the case. And I can say, confidently that I'm really happy with who Philo is and the potential of where he can go. Enjoy the ride. It's a life. It's not, don't take anything too seriously, and it's nothing like having a son. I have an 8-year-old to teach you that, like, you're not the biggest thing in the room, and there's and to squash the ego and just kind of and roll with it and realize that as humans we meet in the gutter and we stare at the stars.